Somewhere desolate, oddly one man is wandering alone.
Hey!
The man's name is Liam Hartwell. And the man checks inside a suddenly swerving car. In the car, there's no one but a dead driver gone cold. The next moment, Liam urgently tries to report to 911, but he can't remember his name.
Yeah, it's...
He has to see his driver's license to remember his name. So Liam knows nothing else but his own name, and he runs to a nearby restaurant for some information. He finds even more shocking things waiting for him there. People in the restaurant are all dead and their eyes turn pale, just like the woman he has seen a little ago. He suspects a fatal epidemic is spreading, and he saw his address on the driver's license and he went home safely.
Hello?
He doesn't feel familiar with his house, so he feels strange. He simply thinks his memory loss is an after effect of the accident. At that time, on TV the news broadcaster is talking about a mysterious murder case.
Now, whether the air is safe to breathe or not, I can't say at this time.
Liam suspects that he caused the death of others. It doesn't take a long time for his suspicion to turn into a firm belief. So Liam writes down clues he's been collecting since he realized something serious is going on and things he remembers. To figure out what's going on, it doesn't make sense that the virus causing the deaths, because a virus can't kill all the others but doesn't kill only him. So he attempts to test an abnormal phenomenon. He gets close and crows drop dead. This clarifies that the deaths aren't caused by the virus. It makes Liam's mind even more complicated. He has to figure out what this curse is as soon as possible to stop taking innocent lives.
Shit.
The day fades into a night, and police officers comes to his home. They investigate the site of the accident and suspect he must be the murderer.
Mr. Hartwell, are you in there? It's Woodmore.
If they approach more, they might believe he's a murderer.
Dead birds. White eyes. Like the shit at Sophie's Diner.
He was this close to a crisis, so it makes me feel dizzy, and he is isolating himself. Then some woman visits him. She already knew his name.
You gotta get away from here! No, don't come any closer, please!
And there's one thing strange about her. Even if she comes close to him, she doesn't die as others did.
I just want to talk to you. Liam?
Meeting her is an opportunity to find out who he is.
I didn't see you when I woke up. You're gonna have to help me out here, because I don't remember any of it.
I don't know who I am.
The two only know each other's names and talk. While they talk, Liam learns one more fact. Everyone is supposed to die when they're around him, but a puppy that pops up doesn't die and walks around. The two both lost memories and they decide to stay together to find out what is happening to them. She explains the day Liam had an accident she was in his truck. She lost all the memories including her name like Liam does. Therefore the two think their priority is bringing their memories back. So they head to a place where Liam faintly remembers.
So, what do I call you?
Everybody's been calling me Jane Doe.
Without a thorough plan, he traces back his memory and takes the direction he remembers. And the two get to a bridge.
We were here. I just have this feeling like... I feel like I know you.
The two feel something familiar in this place. Suddenly a piece of memory flashes back in her memory.
You can't stay here.
I'm fine. I just remembered something. God, this is so frustrating.
They remember bits by bits and they put the puzzle together. The two plan to go to the site of the accident next.
Did the cops manage to figure out why we crashed?
One of those people that died from the virus or whatever they're calling it.
The site of the accident is cruel enough to shock them. Just like Liam expected, it seems that the site of the accident has sucked the life of all the living things in a specific radius. And the flashback starts again.
When I get out of here, something was going on with me.
They successfully gain their lost memory back, but they have pieces of memory and they don't quite put them together. So they're even more puzzled now.
It was like I was just sucking the life right out of them just by coming close.
After all, since Liam kills all the living things and she doesn't know why, Liam horrifies her.
Wait!
And at that moment, a car approaches them.
Hold on a minute, honey.
In the meantime, Jane leaves and a police officer comes to Liam and stops him.
Are you Liam Hartwell?
As she gets distant from him, a more innocent life dies out. Liam knows Jane is a safety guard against his dangerous power, so he needs her.
Please.
What are we doing here?
Walk that way.
So he shows his power and kills a goat to convince her.
Jesus.
Jane doesn't understand how this supernatural phenomenon happens, but it came clear to her that she should stick to him to avoid bigger harm. So the two head to the hospital to solve Liam's problem.
How many days ago was this accident?
3 nights ago.
All right, here we go.
The medical team checks up here and there in his body that is seemingly normal. The examination is finished, and when the two are waiting for the result, they hear a piece of news related to Liam from TV.
Opposite the home, one more dead body showing signs has officially declared Hartwell armed and dangerous.
They are wanted, so they hurriedly try to leave the hospital. But at the moment, police officers had already come to the hospital.
Doing this here, Mr. Hartwell. What the hell?
Tell me what this
Let's go.
You're fine. There's nothing the matter with you.
Liam, come on.
They don't have much time.
Jake!
Moreover, Liam attempts to take an elevator to get down. People in the elevator probably will die because of Liam.
Run! Get out of here! Go! Get out! Go! Move!
The two manage to meet again, and they escape from there to avoid police officers. So they have no more plan, they give up. Then Jane happens to get information about herself from the radio by a chance. Her name is Rose Grayson Darewood and her husband is looking for her.
Whatever it is, we can work it out.
So Liam thinks he should send Rose to the arms of her family.
We should go.
What?
It's too dangerous out there. I'm a ticking time bomb.
But she has been seeing things that are not supposed to happen while she traveled with him, and she's aware that they are related to her, so she can't get separated from Liam.
I need you.
So he has no choice but to stay with Rose, and they go to her husband.
Rose?
Please, I can't get into this right now. Just get in the car.
Rose's husband Sam sees his once missing life in front of him in a good condition. He suspects Liam, who has been together with her, and he wants to report him right away.
Rose, I am calling the police, and we are leaving.
Liam sees it, and he persuades Sam on the first try in the same way he persuades Rose.
Just do it.
Sam sees a bird dies precisely when Liam takes an action, so he can't call it a coincidence. So he decides to help Liam and Rose, who caused the deaths of many people who are pretty much the same as terrorists.
First things first, we gotta get rid of that car out there.
That night, the two attempt to bring their memories back by seeing traces of Rose, who's been living in Sam's house. Later they learn that Rose has a long-lost identical twin sister who looks exactly the same as Rose from a missing person flyer.
Look, after the police didn't find any leads, you got really depressed.
The next day, the two come to a conclusion that it's impossible to hide there and live safely, so they decide to live in a far secluded area.
It's too risky staying here.
What?
We go alone.
Rose's husband doesn't like that she came back with a stranger after she's been missing, and the two even said they'll leave him and go off somewhere, so he no longer wants to go along with what they do. After consideration, he calls the police to take Liam away from his wife.
Police, open up!
Shit. I don't know.
Then something he never expected happens.
Hartwell and your wife. Wait a minute.
The police officer takes Sam. He can't explain Rose and Liam's situation.
Right down. Hands behind your back. No! You can't take me out there, not without her!
I have to go with them. We have to go together.
In addition, a lot of people gathered there.
Calm down! No! You gotta get out of here! Go!
After all, police officers and locals drop dead and fall. Liam suffering from severe sense of guilt. He doesn't know what made him this way, and also doesn't know how he and Rose are related. He has to put together pieces of his memories to complete a puzzle, to free himself from pain.
Just get the keys.
Sam sees people dying, and finally he decides to give them his full support.
Let's go.
After then the two move to the place that Liam remembers.
Liam?
On the news, they are broadcasting content about accidents related to them. The two think an unexplained cosmic anomaly that is photographed by a satellite must be related to them, and they get to the next destination. One cabin. When Liam is away from the cabin, Rose opens a note which seems to be Liam's. At that time, Liam also finds something that might be a clue. And after a while, she sees something shocking. In the notebook, there is an organized list of missing women until this moment, and how Liam abducted and killed them was described in detail. Not only Rose's missing sister but also Rose's name was on the last page. This is too hard to believe, and she gets a flashback of pieces of her memories. So after they experience a car accident, cosmic anomaly made them lose their memory. Simultaneously, Liam also finds out all the things he did. Rose wants to kill Liam, a serial killer who killed her sister right away.
Get on your knees!
But she's been going through things with him and she is attached to him, so she can't pull the trigger easily.
Where is she? Where the fuck is she?
So she returns with him, but then there is a threatening group of people waiting for them.
Easy now.
Do this.
Since yesterday, they came after the two from the gas station to turn them into the police station and earn a reward. Again and again, people get in their way, so they need to shed blood even though they don't want it.
Look, if you guys just leave us alone, you're gonna have a chance to get out of here alive.
Last chance, buddy.
At that time, Liam takes people's lives by his choice.
Dad! Stop!
After then, Rose gets shot by a frightened boy and gets severely wounded. He urgently takes her to the hospital. But Liam has flashbacks of memories of the homicides he committed before his memory loss and the murders he committed after the memory loss. He has an extremely strong sense of guilt and he's losing his mind, so he's in a serious condition. In the end, he makes a final decision to stop committing more sins. This is a story of Radius, a good combination of mystery and fantasy that makes us ask questions to Liam until the movie ends. I recommend you must watch this movie. Thanks for watching, and if you have enjoyed, please subscribe and thumbs up.